So I saw this dress on the left hand side of your screen and I couldn't resist it, and I made this one on the right hand side of your screen. I like this because it's easy to make, it's breathable, and it's beautiful. And I know you'd like to learn how to make it. You will need three different tones of Ankara for this, and here I'm using this green, the yellow, and the mixed print that you can see here. And you already saw how I combined them. First, we'll be starting with the top part, that's like the first layer, and first to go ahead and consider the length of the gown. Let's say you're working with a gown length of 35 inches, then you're going to minus 7 inches from 35. That will be for the down part. Whatever it is you have left, you're going to minus the top part, like the first layer. And what you're going to use for the first layer is your shoulder to your chest line plus 1 inch. Let's say from shoulder to your chest line is 8 inches. You're going to add 1 inch or 1.5 to it to make it 9.5, or you can even add 2 inches to it. Then whatever you have left, that's what you will be needing for the second layer. That's the fabric that will be in the middle, in between the top and the bottom one. Do you understand? So for here, I'm marking about 10 inches because I decided to add about 2 inches to my chest line, making it 10 inches. Here, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, then go down to my chest line and mark the shoulder measurement divided by 2 again on that point. I'm trying to just have a straight line here, and once I'm done with that, I'm going to use my ruler to connect it like you see me doing it here. And the next thing I'm going to do now is to just mark out a line here because I don't want this selvage to get to the length. Then I'm going to mark 3 inches here as the standard neck width, then come down here to 1 inch for the shoulder slope and connect it to the standard neck width this way. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to mark my actual neck width because I don't want to maintain that standard neck width. I don't like it when neckline is touching my collarbone. So yeah, but yeah, you're supposed to have your standard neck width and your standard neck depth, but I choose not to do that. So here I've marked out my neckline, then I'm going to come here on the chest line and mark my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5. Yeah, then I'm going to just extend it to this length this way. Next, I'm going to just come in here to about 1 inch from the shoulder tip, then place my curve ruler like this and curve it to that 1 inch I came in from the shoulder tip. That is like you minusing 1 inch from your shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then for the back neckline, I'm using 2 inches. I came down 2 inches and you see the neckline curve that I gave it. Now I'm going to be cutting this out, and I will advise that you don't add any allowance to the armhole. Like every other outfit you're making, you don't need to add any allowance to the armhole so that, yeah, the effect will come out well. Then I'm going to trace it out on another one, and that will be for the back. Then I'll take out the front piece and cut out the neckline, and yeah, this is what we have. So the one we are copying, I didn't notice that it has a zipper. So yeah, go ahead and add your zipper allowance if you want that. But I'll show you what I did with mine. I didn't add zipper, but there's something I did to the back. So I decided to use the same fabric as my lining. You can decide to cut facing for this if you want to. But since I have this available, I just go ahead and cut out the lining like you see me do it here. Now we are done with this one, and I'm going to measure what I have here. Whatever it is I measured, I'm going to use it to cut the second layer. And like I said, I'm using this tone for the second layer, and I'm going to make sure I have that same thing I measured on the top part that we just cut out. And because this is the lowest grade of Ankara, it's super lightweight and I don't want it to be flying about when I wear it, so I'm going to add extra inches to what I measured on the top part that I just cut out. Do you understand? So say I have about 10.5 measured like I have on the top part. I'm going to mark that same 10.5 and then add about 3 inches, just 3 inches. I just want to add a soft plate. Then you're going to use the length that you calculated. Please remember that. So whatever it is I measured on that top part, you see me marking it first here. Then I'm going to be adding about 3 inches. From that point, I'll go into about 3 inches because I just want to add soft plate to it to make it not to appear too lightweight. Then on this down part, I'm going to mark whatever it is I have on that top part and add at least 8 inches. I said at least 8 inches is at least because you can do more if you want. So it wasn't enough, so here I'm trying to like extend the fabric. Then I'm going to take the measurement again. You're marking what you measured on the top part. If your fabric, if you're using the same quality, the three of them, they're the same quality, you don't need to add anything. But because this is like the lowest grade of Ankara, like I mentioned earlier, it's super lightweight. That's why I'm adding this allowance here to add a soft plate, which I'll still be showing you how to go about it. But yeah, you don't have to do like me if your fabric is not lightweight like mine. So I've gone ahead to cut it out, and I cut out both the front and back. Now we'll be doing the down part, and to do the down part, you're going to measure what you have on this down part here. Whatever it is you measured, you're going to just cut out exactly what you measured there. Or better still, you still add extra allowance to add soft pleats, because yeah, you know that looks good on something like this. Yeah, so here we are going to be marking out the length, which is about 7 inches for my case. And then because I would have need allowance to join on the top and also fold on the down part, I'll be adding at least 1.5 to that 7 inches. Yeah, and then mark it out like this and go ahead and cut it out. My fabric wasn't enough, so I would have to fold another one, then use this one to trace it out. But yeah, instead of cutting it, making it as long as this one that I just cut out, I'll be marking out the length like you see me doing it here. And afterwards, I'm going to use my ruler to mark it out like this, then cut it like you see me do it. So I'm cutting one piece instead of cutting it like on fold, like I cut this other one earlier, because I don't want it to be too much. So that means that I would have to go ahead and join, because I said my fabric wasn't enough. I'm going to place it like you see me place it like this, then go ahead and join and press open the seam, which I have done here. Then I'm going to just slit it to make it two pieces, because yeah, you need it, one piece for the front and the other piece for the back. And I measured again to confirm that I have the measurement that I should have, and yeah, I have it and even extra. And placing them like this, you see the extra I have on the down part, and then placing the top part here, you see the extra I have on the second one, which is just as well. And it looks good like this. It looks like a tear dress. So I've gone ahead to also cut out my pockets. Then I'm going to measure from that 10 inches. I'll come down to my waistline, because that's where I'll be adding my pocket. What is a free dress without a pocket? So once I have my waistline, I'm going to notch it like you see me do it here, and that's where my pocket will be going to. Yeah, that's where I'll place it from, on that side. And to do that proper, I'm simply going to open it up like this, then bring the pocket in, place it on that notch, exactly on that notch, and pin it down on both ends. And then I'll go ahead and repeat the same thing on this other side. Place it from that notch that I have on this side, then pin it down and also pin it down on this other side. Then I'm going to repeat the same thing on this other side too. Just take one piece of the pocket, place it right side to the right side from that notch you have here, pin it down on both ends just to secure it, and then you're also going to do this last one, pin it down on both ends to secure it. Then you're going to sew it like you see me indicate here. Just go ahead and stitch it down, and afterwards we are going to work on this top part. So I'm going to place the fashion fabric this way, place the lining on top of it, right side to the right side. Go ahead and sew with 1/2 inch and top stitch. Sew with 1/2 inch and top stitch. Then I'm going to join the lining for the back and also sew the back neckline and top stitch. And afterwards, this is what I have. Now I'm going to go ahead and sew the armhole for the front. Then for the back, I won't be sewing the armhole yet. I'll simply go ahead and give it a good press to indicate the midpoint. And afterwards, I'm going to measure inwards here to about 0.75, depending on how wide you want it. I'm going for the slits, yeah. Then I'll go down to about 5 inches, because that's the length I want. And I'm going to give it this curve you see here. Even if you don't add this, this dress is already okay on its own. But yeah, I'm going to cut it out, leaving about 0.25 or 0.375 sewing allowance. Then I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and sew, just using this marking here as a guide. I'm going to sew, and afterwards, this is what I have. I'm gonna head to sew the armhole for the front, then I'm gonna head to sew the slit for the back, and I'm here to turn it to the right side. So following the curve that I have, that's exactly what I used to sew. And then I'm going to give it a notch here and cut out where necessary. Then I'm going to just turn it to the right side. And at this point, you can see that I'm yet to iron it, but yeah, this is the effect we have. So after ironing, the next thing we'll be doing now is to go ahead and turn the shoulder, and I've already done that with one side. Let me show you how to do it. You see that I'm yet to sew the armhole for the back here. You're going to use that to turn the shoulder for the front. The one that you haven't sewn, you're going to just place it right side to the right side, like fashion fabric to the fashion fabric. then you flip over the lining and turn the shoulder, just the exact way you turn your shoulder regularly. Yeah, that's what you're going to do here. So I'm going to arrange it properly here, then go ahead and sew with 1/2 inch. And afterwards, this is what I have. I'm going to take out my pin, then turn it to the right side. This is what we have on the right side. Then turning it back to the wrong side, because we're here to sew the armhole, I'm going to place it like this. And then with your hand or with your finger, you can feel the shoulder tip of the front, the one that you already closed the armhole. Yeah, you can feel it. Then you're going to sew from that tip. Yeah, it's just a guide. You're not going to sew on top of it, but very close to it. Do you understand? If you need to mark it, you can decide to go ahead and mark it to have it as a guide, and you're going to sew it like you just marked it. And afterwards, you're going to trim off the excess allowance both on the shoulder line and also on this armhole, and notch where necessary. Then turn it to the right side. And yeah, this is what we have. I'm yet to iron it, but yeah, this is what it's coming out to be like. Now, the next thing we are going to do now is to go ahead and give it a good press, then stitch down the fashion fabric and the lining on both end here. And afterwards, I will trim out the excess allowance here. Just trim it nicely, then go ahead and fold it into two this way and get the midpoint. I will also repeat the same thing on this back, fold it like this, notch the midpoint. Then I'm going to bring in the second tier. Then I've sewn the pocket down like I explained I would. So yeah, I'm going to place this one like this. I'm starting with the back. I have the notch that indicates the midpoint for both the top one and the second tier. So I'm going to just match up that midpoint, pin it down nicely. Then I'm going to start sewing. Start from this end, and then you know that the excess allowance fabric you have here, you're going to use that as a guide to have a uniform pleat. Just add a very soft pleats in a way that except you come close, you won't even know that there is a pleat there. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the two side here, then repeat the same thing on the front part. You're basically placing the second tier right side to the right side, midpoint to the midpoint, then you pin it down on this 3 point. That's like the two sides same, and then the midpoint. Then you're going to add your soft pleat with the excess allowance you have here. And afterwards, this is what we have. I'm here to iron it, and you can see that yeah, it is indeed a soft plate, and it's already coming out well. Next thing I'm going to do is to get the midpoint here on this down part so that we work on the third tier. I'll notch both the front and back, the midpoint like this, and I'm going to bring in my fabric, which I already notched the midpoint, pin it down here on the midpoint, then pin it down on this other end, and also pin it down on the other end. Then I'm going to sew. For this one, I'm also going to add a soft pleat because like I said, it looks beautiful instead of just having it straight like that. So yeah, I'm going to repeat the same thing on this other one. Match up the midpoint to the midpoint, then you pin it down on the two sides. Yeah, pin it down so that you know that the excess fabric you have before the midpoint, you're going to use it to add your soft pleat, and yeah, it's going to be uniform on both sides because you know you pinned the midpoint. And afterwards, this is what it's looking like, and yeah, it's already coming out so well. The next thing we are going to do now is to hem the down part, or better still, you go ahead and close the side seam before you go ahead and hem the down part. Yeah, so I'm going to arrange it like this. Make sure you poke out everywhere necessary, then you pin it down, making sure that you're matching up the joining, and then you're going to sew. So like I said, it was after making this dress that I noticed that there's a zipper, and there's also a, should I call that a fancy strap of fabric that goes from the center back all the way to the front where the person ties it. So yeah, if you're adding a zipper, it will be easier for you to work with that rope. Let's call that a rope. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't see that earlier. So yeah, after closing the side, this is what we have. I'm yet to give this a good press, but yeah, this is what it's looking like. I've even gone ahead to hem the down part, and yeah, that's pretty much about it for this tutorial. It comes out so well, and I'm going to just give it a good press. Then for this opening that we have on the center back, you can decide to add a fastener, a hook, and a loop. But yeah, I ended up adding a strap or fabric with that same green fabric. I just added two straps that I used to tie it, and it's quite fanciful and I like it. So the only thing we missed here on this tutorial is that pink rope that goes from the center back all the way to the front where the person ties it. But yeah, go ahead and do that, but make sure you're adding a zipper because it will make it easier for you to work with that. But yeah, I hope you found this tutorial very helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments, and I'll be seeing you on my next one. Be good. Bye.